The sun was setting over the dusty paths of the village, painting the mud brick houses in warm orange light. Chickens clucked lazily in the yard, and children's laughter echoed from the nearby stream. Inside Mama Aid's courtyard, however, there was no laughter, only whispers. Amina, the youngest daughter in the Ade family, sat on a low wooden stool, her hands folded tightly in her lap. She avoided everyone's eyes. She knew what was coming: the questions, the accusations, the disappointment. That afternoon, her aunt, Mariama, had been fetching water from the well when she overheard two women talking. They spoke of Amina's visits to the far fields, and of the boy she was often seen with. In the village, secrets didn't last long. By evening, the rumor had reached her father. Now the entire family was gathered in the yard. Her father stood near the doorway, his face like stone. Her elder brother, Musa, paced back and forth, clenching his fists. Her mother sat quietly, a wrapper tied tightly around her chest, eyes full of both fear and worry. Finally, Musa stopped pacing and looked at her. "Amina, is it true?" he demanded. Her lips trembled. "True what?" she whispered, though her voice carried no strength. "You carry a child in your belly." His words fell like heavy stones. The air seemed to stop moving. Even the hens in the corner grew silent. Amina's throat felt dry. She wanted to speak, to explain, but the shame pressed against her chest. Tears welled up in her eyes. She nodded, just once. The reaction was immediate. Her father's hands clenched into fists. "Do you know what you've done?" he thundered. "Our name will be dragged through the mud. People will laugh at us in the market." "Who is the father?" She hesitated, her gaze dropping to the ground. "It's David." The name caused a fresh wave of whispers. David was from the neighboring village, and worse, his family had long-standing disputes with the Ade family over farmland. Her father's face darkened. "You brought shame to us, and with them of all people?" Mama Ade stood then, placing herself between her daughter and her husband. "She is still your child," she said softly. "You can be angry, but do not forget she needs you now more than ever." But Musa was not ready for mercy. "We should send her to David's people and let them deal with her. Why should we bear this disgrace?" Amina's sobs grew louder. She thought of David, of the stolen moments under the mango tree, of the promises he made. He had said they would marry when the time was right. But lately, he had been avoiding her. Her mother's voice broke through her thoughts. "A child is not a curse. You all forget. When I was carrying Musa, my own father said I would never be welcomed home again. But here we are." The courtyard fell silent. The father turned away, breathing heavily. Musa's eyes softened, though his jaw remained tight. That night, after the others had gone to bed, Mama Ade sat with Amina in the kitchen hut. The smell of burning firewood lingered in the air. "Your road will not be easy," she said quietly. "But you are not alone. We will face the gossip. We will face your father's anger. We will face David too." 2 weeks later, David arrived. He stood awkwardly in the yard, avoiding Amina's eyes. He admitted the truth: the child was his. But he was afraid of his own family's reaction. The elders of both villages were called. Under the big baobab tree, they spoke for hours. Voices were raised, accusations traded. But slowly, as the day wore on, the elders reminded everyone that a child was coming, and that no feud was worth condemning an innocent life. In the end, an agreement was made. David would take responsibility, but Amina would remain with her family until the child was born. The two families would work to end their quarrel, for the sake of the unborn baby. Months passed. The gossip in the village died down. Some women still looked at Amina with judgment, but others offered quiet support, extra vegetables, advice, and sometimes just a kind smile. The day her labor pains began, the whole family rushed to her side. Even Musa, who had once spoken of sending her away, held her hand and whispered encouragement. After hours of struggle, a baby girl's cry filled the hut. Amina looked at her daughter, tiny, warm, and alive. She saw in her not shame, but hope. The family gathered around, their eyes wet with tears. Her father, silent for a long moment, finally spoke. "She will carry our name," he said quietly. "And we will carry her." The baby yawned, and in that moment, the weight of the past seemed to lift. For all the anger, fear, and pain that had filled their home, a new chapter had begun, one that the whole village would remember. Because sometimes, when a family learns a secret, it can break them apart. But other times, it can bring them closer than ever before.